What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're going to try to salvage the Saab, the 9.3. We're going to try to save it. I truthfully, oops, boy. Glad I bought 2 bottles of this. I don't think we're going to be able to. But I'm trying a product that I've never used before, not sponsored. I couldn't find this locally. I had to order it on Amazon, and then it ran late by a day. So it just got here. This is Liqui Moly. It's made in Germany. This is engine flush. And it says, the directions say basically add to a minimum of 3 quarts of oil. This is sufficient to cover up to like 5.3 quarts of oil or something like that. It basically says, dump this in the crankcase, let it idle. You don't have to rev it or do anything crazy to it for about 10 minutes. This one's pretty rough, guys. So I think we're going to let it run just a little bit longer than that. Got to give a little pan of all the cars there. We're going to try to salvage this by putting some, what do you call it, snake oil? Mechanic in a bottle? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really do like this little car. I think it's an adorable little thing. So here's what I'm going to do. I didn't even look to see what kind of oil it takes because it doesn't matter. We're going to be dumping this out of it anyway. We're definitely going to be changing the oil. Anyway, I've got some, cheap 10W30 motor oil. Now before I actually put the motor oil in it, it's good that it's low right now, or empty, because that means I've got the perfect opportunity to pour in this magical mechanic in a bottle. There we go. Just dump that right in there. And then we'll follow it up with, I don't know, how much do you think? Maybe a quart or so of oil. I don't want to put too much in it, but I don't know how much it's got in it right now either. Let's see, guys. I'm just going to throw a full quart in it. Not to worry. If it's overfilled, it's overfilled. At this point, it doesn't have any oil in it anyway. So anything's got to be better than nothing. All right. We will check the oil level now. Hopefully, she registers. Well, these caps are junk. Yeah, we're registering on the dipstick. Still not completely full though. But we'll start with this. Let's give it a try. We can at least fire it up. I got another thing of oil over here in case we need it. Set this on the ground, set that on the ground, and let's give her a crank. Let her run for a few minutes. And you guys can tell me if you think this is going to dissolve the sludge in the bottom of the engine. I can tell you this, we don't have an oil pressure light on right now. That's interesting. When we bought it, there's an oil pressure light on right there, and that light is not on anymore. Bizarre. As much as I want to rev it up, I'm not going to. I'm going to follow the directions. According to this is wrong, but according to this, it's 325. So at 335, it should have run according to the directions. I'm probably, like I said, I'm probably going to let it run a little bit longer. So instead of making you guys sit here through it, we'll go ahead and shut this off. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and see if the engine has stopped making noise. I cannot believe this, but that stuff works. Listen to this. Listen. It did it. Listen, I'm not lying. Guys, you saw this car in a previous video. The engine shut down, appeared to have locked up. It was banging, rattling, clanking. This car is running quiet. It's smooth. No more oil pressure light. Oh, did you notice we got the top down? Listen to this. Listen. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I want to give my apologies to Liqui Moly. Not because I said anything, but because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe in it. I did not believe in the product. I bought 2 bottles because I was like, okay, mechanic in a bottle, snake oil, let's try it. And then when I showed that it doesn't work, we're sending this off to auction. Off it goes, down the road. Nah. Nah. Apparently, the Liqui Moly actually works. This is unbelievable. This thing, listen to this. I'm gonna get right down on it. Look where the mic is. She's running, guys. She's running, and she's running well. Very quiet. Look, close this hood. Listen to this. Listen to that. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had to let this stuff sit in here and run longer than I intended to, longer than I really wanted to. Oh yeah, we've ran it for about a half hour. Yeah, around 30 minutes is how long this stuff has been running in here for. But there you have it. We've already got the new oil filter on it, which means we can fill it up with oil and fire it up. Really, the only thing left is to fill it up with oil, drop it off the jack stands, and let's go take her for a drive. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. She is mostly full of oil. I didn't pour the whole jug in it because I don't know exactly how much it holds. We've got plenty in it though, enough to definitely be able to fire it up and find out if it's gonna start tapping again. Moment of truth, guys. Is it gonna rattle or is it gonna run right? Here we go. Uh-oh. I hear a power steering whine, but it's not rattling. Oil pressure light is not on. Aside from a little power steering whine, which I could probably fix that by I'll put some power steering fluid in there. But listen to the engine. She sounds good. All right, I added a little bit of that CHF11S to the power steering reservoir. It was definitely a little bit low, and I know it is sitting probably a little uneven, but trust me when I tell you, it was low enough that even if it was level, it would still be low. The power steering pump seems to have quieted down quite a bit. The engine is not rattling. Sounds great, guys. So the next step, guys, is take it out for a drive. I want to drop it off the jack stands. We're gonna have to move the Hellcat out of the way. I cleaned the rims on the Hellcat, or sorry, a lot of you get offended when I call these rims wheels. I cleaned the wheels and the tires on the Hellcat yesterday. So let's do a quick cold start. Some of y'all like it, some of y'all don't. Here we go. Let's see if we got any smoke anymore. Nope, no smoke. And that is a legit cold start right there, guys. There she is. It's worth pointing out too, I know a lot of you were concerned with that smoke that came out of it that first time, but it's never smoked since. I've never seen another cloud of smoke come out of that car since that video. I don't know, it was a one-off thing. It could be the rings are still seating too, guys. The car's only got like 700 miles on it. I'm gonna move the Hellcat out of the way, drop this down. Let's take this $650 all in, that's fees included, $650 Saab with 126,000 miles, cold air conditioning, clean Carfax, good tires, out for a highway spin with the top down. So there she is, guys, running, assumably driving, quiet, no issues, cold air conditioning, Everything is normal. The car is at good operating temperature. It's running great. It's driving great. We're going to take it down here and get it up to speed. See how she does. I expect it's going to do fine. My biggest concern is I use some really shoddy gasoline from a gas station when this car ran out of gas and died at the gas pump. Number one, it's ethanol. Number two, it's only 87 octane, and this car is supposed to be running premium because obviously it's a boosted engine. So, spark knock. Ooh. Yeah, I hear detonation. Yes, I don't want to hammer on it too much. I definitely hear detonation. You can hear that spark knock, man. Yeah, that's some really bad gasoline. So we're going to need to run this gas out and go put some premium gasoline in it. But it's running fine, guys. We're at 55. Let me tap on the accelerator real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's 70. Oh, man. She feels good. She feels real good, guys. Well, we're back, guys, and still no warning lights. Listen to this engine. Listen. No issues. No issues at all. We're here to close out the video on the Saab 9.3. I believe this is the Aero package. It's got the little aerodynamic skirting all the way around it. It's a 9.3 SE. It's a cute little car, and she's done. I think it looks great, guys. It looks really good. Listen to her purr. Absolutely phenomenal. What a great deal on a car. So this is done. This is it. It's going down the road. This was really super simple. Definitely got to give a big shout out to Liqui Moly. We're going to be coming back with another Liqui Moly video soon because we're going to try it out on the GMC Envoy Denali that's got the collapsed lifter that's tapping. I don't think it's going to be able to handle that job, guys, but I'm going to try it anyway. So guys, again, thank you for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Big shout out to Liqui Moly, man. Miracle mechanic in a jar, not snake oil. Absolutely not. I truthfully set out to show that it wouldn't work, and I mean, blown away. Completely blown away when instead of having to pull the whole oil pan and clean everything out, I was able to pull a can of pour a can of Liqui Moly in, give it about 30 minutes to run. Now that is the difference. I didn't let it run for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I let it run for 30, you know, and then when I came back, it wasn't tapping anymore. And the next trick to using Liqui Moly, drain the oil while it's hot. Get that oil filter off, get the drain plug out while the oil is still hot. That way that sludge doesn't have time to cool down and build back up inside the oil pan. You want that stuff hot, liquid, and running out of your engine immediately. Fill it up with good premium oil and a good oil filter. Off you go, man. Stay tuned because we're going to give Liqui Moly another try on the Envoy Denali. I can't recommend that stuff enough. You can find it at most of your parts stores. I think CarQuest usually carries it. I'll have a link. If you're like me, I don't like going out to shop. I don't mind waiting a day or two. Amazon Prime. I'll have a link in the description, link in the comment section. Get yourself some of this. It is good stuff. Check out other YouTube videos on Liqui Moly engine flush as well. You'll see the same results. This stuff actually works great. I was just surprised that it was able to fix my particular problem. Link in the description, link in the comment section. Of course, if you use that link, I'll get like 6% of whatever the sales cost is, and it doesn't cost you a dime extra. So click that link, use it. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. I definitely appreciate that too. Click that bell notification icon. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. Until next time, guys, if you enjoyed the content, give the video a big thumbs up. Stay safe out there. Catch you all very soon in the next one.